everyone, and welcome back. So, on my last video about the Thomas Willett situation and how his past came to light, there was a comment on there that directed me to someone that, frankly, I would call an apologist or just Hell's PR guy. Not even a manager, like Hell's new PR guy. Because this dude, yeah, he has some interesting takes. And I'm going to be honest, I tried to get through the full 30-minute video and I just couldn't manage it. There was too much cringe and just. I'm like, when someone's just talking and you can hear the garbage coming out of their mouth and you slowly back away until you Homer Simpson your way into a bush. Yeah, that's this guy. So I compiled the first 10-15 minutes of the video itself just so we could get a pretty good summation of how he feels about the situation at hand and why he reacted the way that he did. So, yeah, here we go.
Had lots of good positive comments, and people were identifying with the people who had been in jail and all that. And then a few bad ones came in, and they were everything from threats to describing crimes against children and things.
Yeah, but I think, it would have been, fine to keep it up, or, maybe wait until,
All right. Firstly, he shouldn't have put that video up in the first place if he wanted to leave it in the past and everything like that. And I'm not saying that this shouldn't have come back up. Someone with 450,000 subscribers should be held accountable, especially when they did such predatory behavior that, frankly, should never be forgiven. I don't care who you are. It should not be forgiven. It's not mistakable. It's not confusing. It's straightforward. And the guy's perspective is completely skewed. And then you have this dude over here trying to be like, well, now hold on. Why'd you delete the video, though? I think it makes you look worse for deleting it.
maybe YouTube, flagged it or something. Lots of people do things on YouTube that gainer attention that is good and bad.
Okay. Good and bad attention. Yeah, sure. Traction is traction. Attention is attention. I don't think being an active pedophile, or at least being at the time tried and convicted pedophile on 3 different accounts of it against an unwilling minor counts as, good or bad attention. You should be hiding under a rock because you don't deserve the light of the sun. And this isn't to say that the man deserves to be harassed. Not nearly. I don't believe in harassment. I don't believe in attacking people. It's just obscene to me, the idea that there could be anyone that would be apologetic or trying to dismiss or excuse this old man's behavior. And I can understand how someone might not have looked into it any deeper and they're just like, oh man, this is my friend and all this bad stuff's happening to them. But I'm sorry, the dude is well into his years. He is looking at those golden years. He is there. He's had a whole life before he met you. Maybe you might want to do a little bit of research on the people you're working with and see if their name pops up anywhere, or at least pops up in a way where you're like, oh, I don't think that's someone I should be associated with.
And you were well aware. Plan after, do you want to re-upload it?
No, I think that we can do something else. The problem is when they actually threaten, and I received some calls, people would just yell some things and the phone would hang up, and one person left a message about someone was trying to find out my address.
Kooky old man or not, it wasn't about him being gay or him having necessarily just outside exposures with his homosexual partner. No. This was a 15-year-old boy that he essentially forced himself on through coercion after meeting this boy at a volunteer program. That should tell you enough about how there's no confusing this. The court found him guilty on 3 different counts of it, as well as the victim himself stood at the trial and gave testimony. There's no question here.
Right now, what you're experiencing is too much attention on towards a story that you don't want to tell.
The thing is, they're describing crimes that.
Yeah, I mean, I was really proud of you for making the video and posting it up, and I think you should have not responded to any comments.
Okay. Now, I had this all set up for this particular reason. He wants to talk about what people are describing as what the criminal case was and what the situation pertained to. Now, I decided, because y'all know I had this information because it was in the last video, it's just now we're actually going to take a little bit of a closer look at it. This is the file itself. This is the first section of it because the whole page is huge. Well, not huge. It's about like 2-3 full scrolls down. But yeah, let's just read this for a second. A jury found appellant Thomas Willett guilty of 3 counts of violation of NRS 201.190, the infamous crime against nature. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole on each count with the terms to run concurrently. The sentences were suspended and appellant was placed on probation for a period not to exceed 5 years, with the first year to be served in the Clark County Jail. He seeks reversal of his judgment of conviction on the principal ground that the court erred in admitting testimony concerning his illicit sexual relationship with another person other than the victim in this instant case. The record shows that appellant in November of 1973, while playing in a musical group, volunteered to entertain the children at Child Haven in Las Vegas. There he met the victim of this crime, a minor boy. He went with the boy to his room to introduce him to the guitar, but the session ended in the first of several acts of oral copulation on the minor. During the same month, appellant visited the Eddie Lee Home for Boys in Clark County. There he met a minor boy who testified that while the defendant, a volunteer worker, was helping us to set up for Christmas, the defendant performed an act of oral copulation upon the young man. This testimony was admitted during the state's case in during the state's case in chief, and in this admission of the testimony upon which the appellant seeks reversal of his judgment of conviction. Okay? That is what the court had found. And this happened 3 times. I believe 2 of which was the first kid twice. That's messed up. You can't run from this. You can try and hide. We'll continue the video.
Because you were responding to some comments and not others.
Yeah, that would have been.
So I think deleting the video is a really bad idea, because now people are just gonna think that they got under your skin. Yeah. Just reshoot the video and just say it just say the video again in another way, more calm, like the same way.
Yes, that's the right idea. Lie to people. Continue trying to lie and hide the fact of your criminal past, and I mean criminal past. That's not how this goes, my dude. People know. People will continue to know, and maybe not the bulk, but the more people talk about this, the more it'll be made aware of. This is just disturbing behavior. It's like, why would you try to give him a way out of this? Oh, well, he's my friend. Your friend was a fucking monster when he was a child. Well, not a child, but when he was a younger man. I'm out. I don't know how anybody could be like, nah, but we're real cool. No, we are not real cool. That person is a monster and needs to be kept at farther than arm's length.
But at the end, the internet is going to be ruthless, and you know this. So I think that the best case scenario is choose a different background or clean up the desk, and maybe write bullet points, 3, 4, the things that you want to make sure you hit. I was arrested for. Yeah, guys, I got arrested because it was illegal to be gay 50 years ago, and it's not illegal anymore. So.
It wasn't about being gay 50 years ago. If that was it alone, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be like, wow, you know what? That was really messed up and bigoted. It's, you know what? Good for you, man, for trying to say, no, that's not the situation. Read the court case. Read the news articles, okay? There are records from that time. You can do this research yourself. Also, what is with that hair?
The thing about child.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when let's say your watermelon video gets to 100 million views? Then you're gonna need security because you have people outside. Yeah.
That is not nearly the same. That is not nearly the same. Just because you have a large amount of money or a large amount of views or a large following doesn't immediately mean that you're going to need a security team or forced to watch your back at all times if you're a good person.
So if you get security for good reasons, why not get security for bad reasons? What's the difference? It's not going to go away, especially because you deleted it. Now it's going to be probably worse. You should have kept the video, but maybe made it private or something.
That would have been a better idea, yeah.
Yeah. So if you change the ending, Mr. Beast gave away millions of dollars to people and saved people's eyesight.
Ooh, boy. Don't you dare compare Mr. Beast and Thomas Willett or Featureman. Don't utter his name out your mouth if you were going to be referring to this man, you, and then put him in the rank. Mr. Beast does make a difference. He does actually help people. He's not just some quirky old dude who decided to be a predator back when he was like, I don't know how old he was in the 1970s, but you saw the pictures. Just for a bit of a refresher, actually, let's take a look at those real quick, because I just want everybody to remember this is the man that we're talking about right now. Ex-juvenile worker guilty. Oh, they can call it that all they want. A neglected teenage boy who was kept in City Haven 3 years ago because of his parents' neglect told a District County jury Tuesday that a volunteer juvenile court worker forced a homosexual relationship on him 3 times. The testimony came in the courtroom of Judge J. Charles Thompson, where Thomas Willett, age 38, of 1501 Adramore Street, is on trial on 3 counts of infamous crime against nature, stemming from the alleged assaults on the key witness in the November and December of 1973.
If he deleted that video because everyone got mad at him, he wouldn't be able to continue to save people.
Yep.
So you don't want to delete the video because people are mad at you. You want to keep the video because that's a good place for people to go put their bullshit.
What I'll probably do is,
I'm sure that's how he views his channel or something like that, or any of the posts that throw hate or shade, quote unquote, at him. It's like, dude, is that your copium drug right there? It's just like, oh, they hate me because I'm successful. No, they hate you because you're trash. They hate you because you're a clown. They hate you because you got these faded ass tattoos covering the entire upper half of your body, and then you want to act like you're making money, but you can't even keep your ink fresh.
upload my food video just because.
I don't think it's a good idea to do cooking before you do you.
He needs to stay out of the cooking realm of YouTube forever. This kind of shit's not acceptable within that community. No, you keep it to food. We don't need none of that shit there. No, it's like one of the few wholesome places we have left.
You had the energy to upload that video with the right storyline, and I think the only thing you lost track of was the fact that you were on YouTube. Have you ever watched the video of someone?
Yeah, he sure lost track that he was on YouTube and that hundreds of thousands of people were following him, and somebody was going to see that and be like, well, now hold on. I want some details.
Being a little controversial. The reason you like it is because some people give you ish sometimes. There's reacting videos of, that have millions of views making fun of you for cooking because you don't give a f- you don't care. That's how you're doing so well, in my opinion.
He's doing so well because he doesn't care. No, to my understanding, he was doing so well because he was a quirky, wacky old man that, yes, I will give probably some application of him not caring applied, but it's just because he was, to a lot of people, genuine and just trying to put out content, being part of the new age of technology and just doing weird things. I don't think it was really anything other than luck and the fact that people wanted something that they assumed was wholesome in their life.
The thing that is bothersome, though, is there are people who shoot people.
I mean, I didn't know that. I've never heard of that before. Wait, really? People have died before? I've never heard of a gunshot. What's that? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that's special effects. I'm pretty sure that's only in the movies. You gotta stop watching so many movies.
The cringe factor on this dude. What the hell? Ugh. Oh, it's only in the movies. Yeah, we get the joke, man. Like, people get shot, people shoot each other. It happens on a daily basis. And although our country has the highest gun rate violence, we're also, yeah, we're not even going to get in that conversation. It's a common occurrence. And yes, we know people use firearms to defend themselves across this nation in many different scenarios, some justified, some not. That's not the point of contention here. And even still, if he were to have to defend himself, this isn't me saying he shouldn't have the right to defend himself. This is me saying he shouldn't have the right to just act like what he did didn't happen.
I'll put it this way. I've been watching YouTube for 15 years. You and I both know that if the internet wants to bother you, they're going to. Right? If you upload the cooking video for the next, that is all they're going to do. I promise. I'm not telling you not to, but if you're trying to upload the cooking stuff to avoid people talking about it, you're going to get triple, quadruple the amount.
Those kind of predators, they shouldn't be given a platform, and it should be ripped out from underneath them, especially if there was a court case about it that found them 3 times for 3 consecutive life sentences.
I was really proud of you for uploading the video. I'm still proud of you for deleting it if it was because you want to keep yourself safe. That's a great idea. I totally agree. It is very, very scary for people to, harass you online. I don't know if I would be able to handle it, because there's no real reason to delete a video, other than the fact that it got under your skin. If they delete it, it means that they were truth, and they don't want the truth out. That's not a good look. You don't want that.
I will give it some more thought.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to convince you either way. I'm just letting you know, like, as a third.
I appreciate your loyalty and your honesty.
I mean, I as a 31-year-old, content creator, that is only because you have helped me get there.
We see now why he's being so defensive of him, or at least so supportive in this instance. A few things start making a little bit more sense.
The only reason I'm being this, open in front right now is because I was mind blown. I was reading the comments. I was like literally in the act of moments of reading them when I refreshed. It was deleted. I was like, whoa. Just because I don't ever want that to happen to me, where I'm so worried that I feel the need to delete something, because I've never gotten to that point.
The thing was,
You're literally teamed up with a radioactive predator, and I think we should have all been questioning when he was putting random stuff on watermelons and then eating that with a spoon out of nowhere. What the hell was wrong here?
fine and things like
Sort of. Only.
Tom Willett in.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, I mean, what would you do if you had 2 million people? Like, if you all of a sudden, if that video.
That's a good question.
What if it got 15 million views instead of 15,000 in 4 hours? Well, obviously that's Donald Trump type ish.
And you're the only person.
Wow. I mean, at least he said it outright, though, but now at least from the way he said it, it sounded like there was a term of endearment there, or a spark of aspiration. So at least we kind of know where this garbage mentality from goobers like this comes from.
For advice because
But apparently not, because you didn't come to me for advice.
I know.
So
Dude, I wouldn't come to you for advice. Don't even have any care. Just completely corrode whatever it is that you have left in this world. Because you know what? I don't mean to be dark here, but it's just like his time is coming. And I don't know. This just seems like self-destructive behavior. And you know what? But good. Because if the channel dies, good. The channel dies. I would rather a predator not have the platform in the first place.
that statement's not true.
But I didn't go to anyone else for advice.
But you didn't go to anybody, which means I'm not even on the list.
Yeah. So, as you saw, everyone, that was Taylor talking to Thomas Willett about his video that he posted. I couldn't get through the whole 30-minute video. I was just disgusted by the time that I had already stopped it. But I hope you found this video informative. And I do hope this keeps spreading. I I don't think this man deserves a platform anymore, and I don't think anybody should be trying to apologize, make excuses, or trying to defend him. He deserves to go back under the rock he came from, and he should disappear into obscurity, as far as I am concerned. Thank you again for watching. I greatly appreciate all of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a great day.